Hey everyone, it's Rochelle and welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to create the look that you guys just saw in the intro. I have no idea what I'm going to call this look as yet, but by the time this video goes up, I'll figure it out. So let's just get started. The first thing I like to do is prep my skin before I apply any foundation. So I'm using the Nivea Creme moisturizer. I absolutely love this product. It's like my go-to moisturizer. And then I'm going to go in and apply some primer just to ensure that my makeup lasts all day long. The primer that I'm using is from Becca. All the products that I'm using today will be listed in the description bar down below, so make sure you check it out. Okay, you guys, so I just started using this foundation recently. This is the Becca Ultimate Coverage Foundation. This is full coverage. I'm a full coverage girl. I love full coverage. It's either no makeup or full coverage. And I'm just going to use a damp beauty blender sponge to apply the foundation all over my face. This foundation also has a matte finish, but it doesn't feel drying at all. But I really like the coverage of this foundation. I'm so here for it. Moving on to concealer, so we're going to go ahead and highlight under the eye area, and I'm using a concealer that is a few shades lighter than my skin tone. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer because I love the coverage on it. However, if your skin is a bit on the oily side, I don't recommend it because it does kind of get a bit oily, but I love what it does for especially under the eyes. It has amazing coverage. So I just applied under the eyes to brighten up, and the center of my forehead, down my nose, and my chin area and cupid bow just to highlight. And then I'm going to go in with a damp beauty blender sponge and blend out that highlight. Now we're going to move on to contour, and I'm going to use the matte mineralized skin finish. This is in the shade Deep Dark, and I'm using the Morphe M551 brush, which is actually not my brush. This is Sandra Deluxe's brush. Her makeup products always end up in my makeup bag for some reason, and my stuff end up in hers. But I'm really loving this brush, you guys. It's amazing for snatching your face and contouring. So I just contour the hollows of my cheek and along my forehead area. And if you want to be extra snatched and make your face look a little slimmer, you can go ahead and contour that jawline as well. So after I do my contour, I like to highlight under the contour, so I kind of go back into the foundation. Well, I don't kind of go back. I go back into the foundation and just apply a bit of it under my contour. Now we're going to go ahead and set that area. So we're going to bake and cook the face, and I have a video all on baking, highlighting, and contour. Today I'm actually using the Ket powder. So it's a white translucent powder, and it does not have flashback. I'm not using the Laura Mercier powder like I usually do, not because it's not amazing, because I love it. I actually have no idea where my Laura Mercier powder is, so I'm using my Ket powder today, and I'm glad I used it because I actually really love the way this look turned out. I love how the Ket powder looks. So I'm applying the powder in the ears that I highlighted, so down the nose, the center of my forehead, above my cupid's bow. Now you notice I have not applied any under my eyes, and there's a reason for this. I'm going to apply a little bit of the powder later on. Whenever I'm doing a look that consists of wing liner, I hate applying my powder just in case if I mess up my wing liner, because you know if you mess up that liner, like, it's just a wrap, and I don't want to have to deal with taking off all my foundation. Now we're going to move on to brows, and I'm going to do a brow tutorial for you guys if you want to see that. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz pencil in the shade Dark Brown, and I also used some concealer just to clean up my brows as well. Right now I'm just applying the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot onto my eyelid, and this will act as a base for my eyeshadow, so it'll really help my eyeshadow look more pigmented and last longer, and it's just going to make the eyeshadow have something to stick to. So I'm just going to complete one eye off camera, and I will be right back. And now I'm back and one eye is completed. Okay, so now we're going to move on to doing our eyeshadow. And all the eyeshadows that I'm using today are from the Anastasia Beverly Hills new spring collection. I will list all the eyeshadow in the description bar down below. The first eyeshadow I'm using is Glisten by Anastasia, and I'm just going to place that into the crease with a blending brush. It's a warm tone brown, and I had to switch to my Sigma E40 brush to blend with because that's the brush I usually use to blend my eyeshadows with. It's my absolute favorite. Now I'm going to go in with the MAC 221 brush. This is a really small, precise brush, and it's just going to make my crease look a bit more defined. And I'm using the eyeshadow Fudge, also by Anastasia, so that's a dark chocolatey brown. I'm just going to pop that right into the crease just to give it a little bit more definition. On my eyelid, I'm using the eyeshadow Glisten, and I'm just going to pop that onto the lid in a patted motion. This will help the eyeshadow look more pigmented, and of course we are going to blend for our lives, okay? Now we're going to move on to the fun part, wing liner. So I'm using one of my favorite brushes. This is the 317 wing liner brush by Zoeva Cosmetics, and I'm using the gel liner from Loreal Infallible, one of my favorite gel liners. I love using gel liners. It's just easier for me to work with. However, I'm going to go in with the NYC liquid liner just to darken up my wing liner a bit. And I apologize, you guys, because my camera was like going in and out of focus, so I wasn't able to really show you guys the wing liner step. I'm so sorry. And just to be a little fancy, I'm going to add a little glitter. So this is the Revlon Photo Ready Eye Art glitter, and I'm just going to apply that onto the lid. I don't want it to look like, you know, too glittery, so I just apply just a little. And if you guys haven't noticed, I took the contacts out because honestly, you guys, I'm just not used to wearing contacts, and they were annoying the shit out of me, so I took them out. But I'm going to pop them right back in. So at least you guys can see what the makeup looks like with my natural eye color. To brighten up the inner corner of my eyes, I'm going to use one of my favorite highlighter. This is the Bobbi Brown Bronze Glow, and I'm just going to pop that right at the inner corner. You don't have to use a highlighter to do this. You could also use a eyeshadow as well, but I just love using the Bobbi Brown Bronze Glow to highlight. And now I'm going to go on to mascara. So we're going to pop some mascara on these little itty bitty lashes, and the mascara I'm using is from MAC. I don't know which one it is, but I'll put it in the description box. And since my lashes are ridiculously small, I'm going to add falsies to this look. And the lashes that I'm using are Lily Galici Lily lashes in Luxe, I believe. And the glue I used was the dual adhesive glue, and I just pop them right on with my fingers because it's just easier for me when I do that. And again, I'm just highlighting the inner corner of my eye, so I'm just reapplying that bronze glow. And we're going to move on to applying some mascara onto the bottom lashes. I'm using the same mascara I used before, and look at my lashes. They are just so sad, so tiny. And I'm going to apply some to my falsies as well, just to blend the falsies into the natural lashes. Now, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and apply some of that Ket powder under my eyes to set my concealer and lock it into place, and it doesn't crease up on me. Next, I'm going to go in with the Smith Cosmetics 112 brush, and I'm using the Hourglass Illuminator to help dust away the excess powder under the eyes, because I love using this product because it just makes under the eyes look nice and smooth, and it just makes the skin look luminous. I hate when under my eyes feel dry. Now moving on to some glowing highlighting skin. You guys know I like to highlight, so I'm going to use Bobbi Brown highlighting powder in Pink Glow. This is fairly new to me. This is actually Sandra Deluxe's product, and it just ended up in my makeup kit, and I had to use it, and it is popping. I love it. And on the highest point of my cheekbones, I'm also going to add Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo. It's my absolute favorite highlighter ever. It just makes the skin look nice and glowy. I mean, look at that glow. So I just add it down my nose, on my cupid bow area, and I just go back into my bronzer just to bronze up the skin some more. I'm going to add some blush to my cheek. These are peach tone blushes, but they look extra light on my camera for some reason, but you can see it on my cheek, and they're my Makeup Geek, so I'm just going to apply it on the apples of my cheeks, and then I'm going to go ahead and dust away all that excess powder because, honey, we don't need that anymore. The face is snatched, so let's get rid of the powder. Let's move on to the lips. I'm going to take a brownish lip pencil. This is matte cork. It's one of my favorite. I always wear it. I mix it with everything. I just love the way it looks. And then I'm going to go with Anastasia Beverly Hills Ashton liquid lipstick, which is probably one of my new favorite shades. I'm probably going to be wearing this quite frequently. I love the way it looks. So yeah, this is pretty much the completed makeup look, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. I had tons of fun doing this tutorial for you guys, even though my eyes got a little irritated throughout the video, but I really did have fun. Oh, I forgot, you guys, I'm just using my Makeup Forever Mist and Fix spray just to get rid of the powdery look. So yeah, this is the completed look. I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Give me a big thumbs up if you do. Comment down below, let me know what you guys want to see next, and I will see you in another video. I know I say this all the time, very soon, but I promise you guys there's a lot of videos coming your way. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.